Aloha, aloha e homai. Welcome everybody, welcome you beautiful souls. Many blessings to everybody listening in. What an incredible intensive time we are going through right now. I don't know how it's been for you, but it's been wow. And I am going to make a special video about it inside of the Divine Empath Alliance, because I feel that it would be good to share, what's happening on my end, because it might inspire or, help you understand what's happening in your energy field right now. So that's why I'm not going to talk about why I didn't get to, do the cards last week, but we're doing them this week, and I'm excited because this is a special week. So I'm happy that I am allowed to, bring you the energies of this week for this week. So we're talking about the week of July 3rd until July 9th, which is going to get started with a full moon on July 3rd. So we're starting right on Monday with a full moon. And we are in the middle of portal days. It's a 10, I think it's 10 days in total. It started on 28th of June, and it's going to go until 7th of July, which is taking us to the 7/7 portal of this month. Wow, which is it's really intense. It's really, I don't even want to, I don't want to judge it into a good or bad way, because I feel that it's just bringing up a lot of healing from old stuff. It's like we're really made to release stuff, to put it that way. That's why I'm so excited. So if you're part of the Divine Empath Alliance, I'm very excited because we're having a divine, we're doing a empath circle, transformational circle, this Friday, July 7th at 8 p.m. Central European Standard Time. So if you are registered, if you haven't registered yet, register down below. You'll see the link in the description and in the show notes, so that you can register if you like. If you like to attend, you'll receive the Zoom link right before we get started, with the transformational circle. So yes, that's what's happening. So we're using the energy of the 7/7 portal this week to, and we're using also the wave of the full moon to do our transformational circle this Friday. Again, I do this completely with the guidance of the spirit. So wherever we're supposed to be guided, we will receive that guidance on that Friday. All right, but until then, for this week, for those of you watching, you might have seen that it's a little bit different today. I'm not using the flowers. Somehow these three beautiful elements wanted to be part of today's reading. So we have, for the personal messages, we have the Andean opal on the left side. We have a beautiful feather from one of my favorite birds that I don't know the name in English yet, in the center. And on the right hand side, we have a little piece of wood of Palo Santo. It's, the saint wood from, I think all Latin America works with that kind of wood. And because of, all the spiritual teachers that have come over to Europe, I think we're using it in Europe as well, probably in the America. If you're in America, you'll probably know that as well. So those are for the personal messages. And then we have specifically for now this looks a little bit weird. It might look a little bit weird for the top. We always have on the left side the pile for, special things like the full moon, like the portal days that we're going through right now. And then on the right hand side, we have the general cards. In this case today, when I was asking the cards, how do they want to show up? They told me, we have two special ones in the center that are only full moon message for this week. And then here on the left side is full moon and portal days together. So that's the overall energy that we're going through with these portal days, including the energy of the full moon that is right in the middle of it. So very exciting. And then of course on the right hand side is always the general pile for all of us. All right. So I want you to take a moment to, feel into if whoever of the cards draws you, if it's the opal, if it's, the feather, or if it's the Palo Santo, allow yourself some moments. As always, be open-minded that it might be even two or three different, or three piles. And while you feel into that, I'm going to call in all the spiritual guidance that we have. I'm calling in the ancestors. I'm calling in the universe. I'm calling in the energy of our cards. I'm calling in the energies right now that all of us who are listening, who are viewing, will need as a support, that want to support us in this very intensive time. Thank you for coming in, for being part of this circle. Come in and support us and allow us to see what is necessary for us to see through these cards, so that we may have support going into this very interesting week. All right, my beautiful ones. Let's take a deep breath. Let's say aloha to ourselves. We are ready to receive the information that we need. All right. So, as I mentioned, we're going to get started with the full moon special message, and it starts with, oh wow, traveler, move in a new direction. See, this might be what is being shown to us, from the spiritual realm, these very intensive times. It's moving us in different directions. Doesn't necessarily mean that we have to go away from our path. It might just mean that we're receiving an extra path. Wow, beautiful. And the second one is you got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Wow, so this is coming up. Thank you, dear wonderful full moon, for allowing us to have this, for allowing us to have this information. So we're talking about boundaries and codependencies. So the full moon is asking us to look into that. Where are we still in codependencies? Where are we still not making the right, not creating the right boundaries? Because it is very crucial for us as empaths to really, dive into us, into our strength, into our own boundaries. It's necessary for us to create boundaries for ourselves, for our self-love, for our well-being. It's necessary every now and then. It doesn't mean that we create those boundaries forever, but every now and then we need to make some, so that we can heal ourselves inside. So this is a topic so interesting that is coming up with this full moon. Thank you so much. And especially with us moving into a new direction, right? So this might be, it might be showing us that we need to let go some codependencies to move towards something else. All right. And I'm already feeling aha moments coming in from different ways. So I'm putting this one here on the left. Let's see what the general cards with the portal days want to tell us additionally to this. So we have the star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. Oh, that's nice. We are allowed to be star bathing. We're allowed to, let that energy come in. For those of you who might be living in very lit up cities at night, where it's harder to receive the light activation from the stars, just connect yourself with the universe. If you can, make a journey yourself through meditation into the galaxy, and allow yourself to receive, to bathe in the lights of the stars that is coming there, and receive, and allow yourself to receive. And this is interesting that it's coming, because that's how it feels. It feels like the energies are so intense that the intuition is extremely louder. It's faster, it's stronger, it's very present. So if you can, allow yourself to be able to listen as often as possible. Some of you might have seen that right now I'm supporting one of my clients with daily 5-minute meditations, and I actually decided to do them online. So if you want to, you can, go and check my channels out, either on Facebook, and I think I started doing, I started doing the Instagram yesterday. So I might be doing that for the next couple of days. So if you want support, if you want to do it with someone, go and check out my Instagram channel or my Facebook channel. And I think I'm doing it on LinkedIn as well. Check out, I would always recommend do Facebook or Instagram. Those are the ones where I'm mainly at. So do those, and you can find them. And if you don't see me live, because I'm going whenever I'm called to, But if you don't see me live in that moment, you can go and check out one of the recordings from yesterday, for example, and use that for a 5-minute being, you know, checking in with yourself, doing that, because I think it's important for us to actively be listening to what wants to come through, you know, through from the stars, from, you know, from our universe, right? It is a crucial time for that. Wow, and here we go, and those are the ones that I've been feeling very strongly as well. Here we have the ancestor spirits. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So if you have anything from your family, ancestral patterns that you have known, and this is something coming up, and very interesting. And I might, you know, I'm still feeling into if Spirit really wants me to talk about this. My big topic that I'm transforming right now, and it comes in, you know, the ancestral energy supporting there is incredible. And just to share with you, you know, like I said in the beginning, to share that with you, to support you in your transformation, because you might be going through something similar. So that's happening. But as always, we have here the wonderful affirmations. Feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. And again, here, as always, you will always hear me say, for healing, we sometimes need to go into the dark places. But it's always very good to remember and to remind ourselves there's light out there, and we need to follow that. The greater picture of going through healing is that on the other side, there is, like this affirmation says, it's the feeling good and going there. So the focus, even though we're going through our healing journey and we might be focusing on, you know, going through the dark sides at moments, it's important for us to remember that there's the positive side, and the more we work on feeling good, the better it is. So it could also, you know, this could also help you like a compass to find the direction. You know, if you are in a place that it's not making you feel good, find that what makes you feel good is always, you know, whatever makes you feel good is always a good direction to follow, right? So here we go. The next one. Wow, look at this beautiful water guardian. Connect with your emotions. Here we go. This is what I was just talking about. Connect with your emotions as often as you can. You know, because your emotions will help you. That's one of the biggies for us empaths, because we tend to immediately, you know, point the finger out on the energies outside of us instead of owning it. You know, if we start feeling a foreign energy inside of us, the moment this starts happening, ask yourself, what am I feeling? You know, because even though it might be, you know, triggered by the outside, it's always something, some anger, some fear, some sadness, some pain that you have inside of you that is being brought up because of the energies from the outside. So the more you allow yourself to feel the emotions, and again, please do this in a safe space. I don't want you to spiral down into a hole. I want you to have a safe space to allow yourself to feel those emotions, to allow yourself to do that. And you're going to see, just by doing that, it helps you. 50% of the emotions are gone after that. 50% of the unwanted emotions are gone after you allow them to be, right? After you give them space. The other 50% are deeper things that need different kind of healing. But when we start doing that, and this water guardian is telling us to connect to those emotions, because those emotions are going to help us understand what needs healing, what wants to go and work through us, right? And it's also giving us directions. Like we just said, it tells us when we're feeling good, right? If I know how I'm feeling, I'm going to know, oh, wow, with this I felt good. Maybe I should follow this direction, right? That's the beauty about that. And here we go. The last one, Lady Venus, downloads. And here we go. We're having double downloads. We're having double cards on downloads. So this is important. We are receiving a lot of downloads this week. So downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and astral realms. Here we go. So we have the double. Here we go. See, the first and the last card in this pile that we have is telling us we are receiving information. So it's definitely about listening in, how we are feeling. It's about tuning into our energies, what wants to be healed, what wants to be created, what wants to be done, right? So let's do that. Let's focus in the next couple of days. Let's practice that more, to be connected with the astral realm, to receive those downloads that are coming through at the moment, right? All right, this is so exciting. Let's move on to the general cards for this week, and here we go. So these are going to help us, get started. And here it is: harness mystic powers, High Priestess, harness mystic powers. Harness those powers. I don't think we need to, this card doesn't need much more explanation. It's just, harness the mystical side inside of you that wants to, if I'm talking about the first cards, it's about connecting. And, here the second card that we have is Green Tarot, Supreme Protection. You're protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations. Trust. And here we go again. It's all about trusting the universe. It's all about, surrendering to the guidance that we have, that we receive, and trusting that, and move beyond the limitations that we think that we have. All right? Whatever you think in your mind, allow this to be transformed. And then we have Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Here we go. Again, this is all confirming the intensity of these times right now. So your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. And this is another thing that I find extremely interesting right now. And this is why we should, always be very careful with our thoughts. Like, am I going to spiral down a hole into negative and unwanted emotions? Or am I allowing myself to come out, to trust that it's happening for a reason, right? Everything is happening for a reason. So allow that to happen. Allow that to be. Let them guide you. Go into that trust. And the more you do that, the more trust you put in, the more positive you think of, like I always say, the universe is working for us. The universe is there, creating things for us, positive things for us. And if something is not working according to what I thought it should be, what if the universe has something way better? Right? But because I'm still clinging on to that thing, the universe is not able to, to give me the better things, right? So allow yourself to really look into your thoughts. Are you still in lack? Are you still, in anger, right? Those kind of things are going to attract more things that make you angry and more things that make you feel lack. That's very important to understand. So here we go. From the ancestors, we have Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. See, we have double magic now. It's already the second card that is telling us. Here we go. Mystic power and the magic within. Unlock the magic within. So, this coming from your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. This coming as a follow-up card for this. Remember, the magic that is created is because of your thoughts, how magnetic they are. The moment you think it, and then suddenly it starts happening and it's created. And the energies are very powerful in that way right now. So it's very important for us to really step into that creative power that we have, to realize how we move that energy by ourselves, right? So how we have the decision in every moment. You have the decision if you want to stick with the unwanted and negative emotions and energies, because those are going to become bigger if you follow those, or if you want to, create something different and make that happen. And you do that by changing your thoughts, your energies, your emotions. All right. And the last one, wow, we have a lot of ancestral cards today. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Here you go. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Honor what you already know. Oh, this is beautiful. I thank you so much, dear universe, for this last card, because I feel that this is something that a lot of us struggle with, because we don't trust that inner voice inside of us. We don't trust that what is being said from our intuition. And because of it, we don't honor that. We don't honor that knowing, right? We think, oh, but I'm not good enough. I'm not, I haven't learned this yet, and I haven't done that yet. And we see ourselves in a picture. And I'm going to tell you this because this is something that I had to struggle with a long time before I was able to do the work I do today. Because, I thought, oh no, but I have to, learn another thing, learn another technique. And, but the main thing was that I was judging myself for not being, very transformed, because there wasn't, I hadn't gone through this and that, and I hadn't, understood this and that, because we feel like we need to learn more, and we have to be, our goal is to become enlightened. But it's not that way. Transformation doesn't work in a linear way. We don't transform our emotions, our energies, our thoughts, our being by going up a straight line. No. It's a up and down. It's going, it's very female energy, very, going up, going down, going to the left, going to the right. Oh, let's go back into that thing. Like we were there, a couple months ago, but let's go back into it now, because now we have a different view on it. And so that's why things come back to us, even though we thought we were already done with it, and it's still there, right? And the good thing is that that's it. Like we go up on a high, we go up, and then we're drawn to something in our unwanted and negative energies, because we need to heal that side, right? But because of that, because we feel like it feels like stumbling backwards, but it's not. It's actually you're moving forward because you are taking a different view on that topic that needs to be healed right now. And you have to remember that, and you have to honor that inner knowing. You have gone through so many things that your system, your energy field, your universe, your higher self, your soul has already experienced so many things. And now it's the time to bring that up. And that's why we're receiving the downloads. It's like, when you look at it, if we look at it from a computer side, it's like we're receiving downloads of memory packs that your soul has already experienced, and it's coming down for you to remember where you are, to remember that greatness that you have inside of you. All right? So it's time to honor that. All right. Let's take a deep breath. This was, these were the general cards, very beautiful. And I feel like they do represent this very intense time. Let's take a breath. Let's reconnect. If you want to connect with your hands to your body, I always like, putting one hand on my heart and one hand on my solar plexus, and connecting those two, and just being connected with my body, being connected with myself, taking a deep breath. And then when we're ready, we're going to get started, and we're going to go and start with the personal messages. And we're going to start with my very beautiful, like for those of you not seeing it, this is an Andean opal that was gifted to me by a dear stone healer friend. And she gave it to me, of course, because I was born in the Andean mount, or close to the Andean mountains. It's do you call it rose or pink? It's not pink. It's like rose colored. Yes. So if you chose this one, if this was the one that called to you, that resonated with you, this is your personal message. And we're going to see what's up for you for this week. So we have Cracked Open. Yay. I love this card, even though it says rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. And I love it because every rock bottom I've had has always led me to a beautiful place. So take this in for yourself, my beautiful soul. This doesn't mean that you have to go to a rock bottom. It's just reminding you, surrender to the alchemy of life, surrender to the healing, surrender to what's coming, right? And if you look at the general cards, it's surrender to the knowledge that is being brought to you this week, right? And the second card for you is an affirmation. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. Here you go. Cultivate the spiritual connection. What can you do this week to connect to your spirit guides more? If you'd like to come share it, come join with me, with the 5-minute things that I do, if you like. And the third card for you is Empathic Starseed, Energetic Serenity, Absorbing What's Not Yours. And here we go, my beautiful darling. This is confirming up here. See the boundaries, codependence, the boundaries that need to be set on one hand, but also, you know, energetic serenity, meaning set the, you know, it's your decision. Here we go. It comes back to this card, to the, you know, you got the love, the full moon card that we had in the beginning. Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. Set the right boundaries, my beautiful empathic starseed. Remember your energetic sovereignty. You are allowed to decide what enters and what doesn't enter your energetic field. You don't need to be absorbing anybody's stuff just because, right? And your fourth card is, when I am grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. I don't think I need to add anything to this card, but I want to. So this card is reminding you to, you know, be grateful for what you have. Practice that. Practice, you know, whenever something good happens, practice being grateful in that moment for that beautiful thing happening. You know, if it is money coming in, if it is beautiful friendships, if it is, you know, just being with yourself, you know, having that, because that's something beautiful as well, that we're allowed to be grateful for, those beautiful moments where we can be ourselves, with ourselves, in our strength. You know, maybe if you manage to say no to someone, you know, because it's about setting the boundaries, and you manage to say no, and then you are just grateful to yourself for that, and you go, thank you so much, wonderful universe, for allowing me to have the strength and the words to say no, right? That's also something. And the more we do that, the more we practice that, the more positive and wanted energy we attract, right? All right. If this beautiful feather resonated with you, I'm going to tell you the German name for this bird is Milan. And no, I didn't rip it out of a bird. It fell down. Because we have a lot of Milans flying around here where I live at the moment. And this beautiful feather was found by my sister, so she gave it to my feather collection. And when I was thinking that one feather wanted to come to the cards, this was actually the smallest one. And yes, if I put my hand next to it, it's larger than my hand. Yes, all my other feathers are bigger because they're from bigger birds. All right, and again, also those, I didn't rip them off the birds. They just, you know, for me, my feathers came to me. They, you know, like they were given to me by the birds, basically. All right, so if this feather resonated with you, these are your messages, your cards. And your first card is, in stillness I receive. My beautiful dear friend, allow yourself to be in stillness. Maybe you want to join me on my 5-minute meditation, on my daily 5-minute meditation, because that might be helpful. Or you might want to come and join us on Friday when we do the transformational circle. In stillness I receive. Or maybe you're someone that just says, oh, come on, May, I want to do it myself. So just, you know, find moments of stillness for you. It doesn't, you know, you don't have to be doing anything. Just allow yourself to be still with whatever is bothering you. So this could also mean you're allowed to have a little bit of Netflix time. You're allowed to have, you know, music sessions, be playful, do, you know, because for me, going into stillness means that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, you know, work-wise or job-wise. You know, you might allow yourself to be doing something else, right? And then because you are, you know, getting out of wherever you are suddenly you're opening up for the messages you might receive. So in this case, you know, because we're receiving a lot of downloads this week, this might be it, my darling, for you. All right. And the second card that we have for you is Joan of Arc. Wow. Voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. My beautiful soul. This is, wow, this is like, yes. Let's be courageous and let's change the world. That's what's coming through here. Speak your truth, my beautiful soul. Do that, you know, do that with, you know, a hand on your heart, connect to your heart, be connected, and tell the spirits, you know, this is one practice that I've used whenever I was afraid to speak of something, but I knew I needed to do that. And this also counts, by the way, for boundary setting. You know, connect yourself with your heart and ask the spirit guides that are surrounding you to give you the right words and the right, you know, the right words to say what you need to say. And that's going to help a lot. It's miraculous. Here we go. Your third card. My greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force. They come through freedom. Here we go again. Allow yourself to be free. And see, this is confirming what I just said when I talked about in stillness I receive. Allow yourself to be free, to follow your joy, to do, you know, do whatever feels right. Just don't, you know, pressure yourself into things, and then suddenly you will receive messages. I've had it, you know, like when I needed a break of things, you know, that I sit down and I do a binge watching afternoon on Netflix, and while watching Netflix, you know, we're talking about very three-dimensional stuff, you know, Hollywood or, you know, the movie industry, sharing stories with us for our entertainment. But still, those stories sort of triggered insights inside of me that were like, oh, yes, of course, that helped me understand certain things and that gave me new ideas. So never, you know, never underestimate a good binge watching afternoon. Just to give you, you know, an example. It could be something else, but just, you know, I hope you understand the example. If not, let me know in the comments. All right, and your fourth card from the star seeds that we have here is Star Ancestors. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. So here we go, my darling. So for you, it's about going deep. It's about looking deeper. Connect yourself with the stars, with your ancestors, with your star ancestry. Connect and become one. Look deep and find those beautiful informations inside of you. That's very beautiful. So this was yours if you were called by the feather. And if you were called by the Palo Santo, one of my, by the way, my favorite energetic healing cleansing tool that I basically use wherever I go. That's why I have the small one that I can travel with. I mean, if you're in Australia, I know I wouldn't be able to fly in with this, so I wouldn't take it there. But, you know, to other countries, we're allowed to do that. And so I take this because it's very beautiful to cleanse energetically the rooms. And mainly it's because it's very calming. I love the smell and it's very calming. And that's what it does with me. So I connect with the room, you know, cleanse it, cleanse myself, cleanse my thoughts, and it becomes better. So if this is what called to you, these are your personal cards. Let's get started for you. Here we go, my beautiful darling. You have Cernudos Life Force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increasing. Wow. Express your driving passion. Express your passion. Express what's coming out of you. What is your passion? Bring that out, my darling. It's all about that. It's about following our passions. There we go. And then we have the sun. Enjoy success and happiness. Enjoy success and happiness. Very, I mean, there's, you know, like, just allow yourself to enjoy all that. It's coming. You know, this week is going to be beautiful. So allow yourself to have that. And here we go for you as well. The star ancestors, follow the voice of your soul. So for you as well, my darling, if you want to come join me on the 5-minute, you know, meditations, or come and join our transformational circle on Friday, follow the voice of your soul. Connect with your soul. That's very beautiful. That is very beautiful. And your last card is Earth Connection, Gaia. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. So this, of course, if you feel a calling, do something good for planet Earth. But if, you know, if not, it's okay. You know, it's about connecting to planet Earth. It's about, you know, of course, if you feel the calling, do something good. You know, go and do something. And if not, this card means that, yeah, as a reminder for you to connect yourself with yourself, be grounded, you know. And I mean, we're talking about ancestral energy coming in, and you know, our ancestors are in the stones, you know, in the earth, connected there. So do that. And I mean, you had the Palo Santo, which means, you know, be connected to, you know, the tree is very grounding. And I don't know if you know this practice where you imagine yourself being a tree and having roots that go deep into the earth, and you have your arms that are like the oh no, I'm forgetting what it's called. the pieces of the tree that has the leaves. Sometimes I get confused with the languages, but I think you know what I mean. The upper part of the tree, basically, and you're connecting to the galactic powers. And with that connection, you ground yourself, and you ground yourself with the roots into the floor. All right, my beautiful souls. I hope you enjoyed today's reading. This was very intense. This is like, wow. This is getting us a lot of things happening. Okay, I'm going to take the time to tell my story. It might inspire you, or it might help you with your transformation that is happening right now. And with that said, my beautiful ones, I hope I'll see you on Friday for the meditation that we're going to have there, and for the transformational circle that we're going to do on Friday. And then, yeah, let's join our forces, and let's allow the downloads to come in from the ancestral realm, from the star realm. Have a magical week, and keep surfing your energy.